Well, excerpts from former acting DNC chairwoman Donna Brazile's tell-all memoir paints a picture of a Democratic Party in disarray. First, Brazile claims the Clinton campaign took control of the DNC fundraising arm before she was the party nominee, and now new excerpts claim Brazile considered removing the Clinton team as the nominee. Let's bring in our fair and balanced political panel. Al Mater is a Democratic strategist and a former member of the Clinton campaign finance team. And David Avella is the chairman of GOPAC. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I think I know where you both stand on this. I want to read a short excerpt of the book, and obviously there's many excerpts that are being released. And I'll start with you, Al, when I pose this question. Donna Brazile writes in part, "I thought of Hillary and all the women in the country who were so proud of and excited about her. I could not do this to them." You know, I'm sort of perplexed at this new revelation that there was the intention that she wanted to replace her, because that's not even in the realm of possibilities as a chairperson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm perplexed too, Liz. She had walking pneumonia. She had a fainting spell. There was no vacancy. And even if there were a vacancy, Donna Brazile, as interim chair, couldn't simply replace the candidate. That's a process that the DNC membership has to vote on. So I'm not sure why she's making these claims or saying these things, other than perhaps to boost her book sales.
All right, David, what's your reaction to this, especially with the new revelations today?
Donna Brazile is now putting out there what most Americans thought, which was they'd rather have had somebody other than Hillary Clinton. It's one of the rare times when Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren are all on the same page. All of them believe that the election was rigged, and maybe what we're finding out is the vaunted Clinton political machine was really the Clinton crime circuit.
Well, that's just silly.
Okay, well, let me, this actually came out yesterday, and there was about 100 former senior aides. They published an open letter, and in part it said, "We were shocked to learn the news that Donna Brazile actively considered overturning the will of the Democratic voters by attempting to replace Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine as the Democratic presidential and vice presidential nominees." So I'm sort of confused on the timing of this and her motive on why she's doing this. So Al, I want to toss this one to you. We heard David's reaction, but I'm sort of curious, is there a calculation here? Why now?
I mean, anytime you put a book out, people are going to question it, right? When Secretary Clinton's book came out, people said she shouldn't be doing this. And Donna Brazile has every right to write a book. I'm just questioning the things she says in it. I don't think they're accurate or necessarily truthful. And the notion that the process was rigged is preposterous. Senator Sanders was offered the exact same deal that Secretary Clinton was offered. They just chose not to exercise it. And secondly, it's important to point out that the agreement that the Clinton campaign entered into with the DNC explicitly stated that it would have nothing to do with the primary. So the notion that there was any rigging going on is simply Republican wishful thinking.
Okay, David, I want to bring you in here because here's where I'm wholly confused. Here's a woman who we were not long ago talking about her sharing topics about a CNN town hall with the candidate. And so this is where I'm sort of speechless a little bit.
It kind of underscores what Brazile also talked about in the book, is how the DNC wasn't getting funded enough and there wasn't enough infrastructure really put in place. And it underscores and highlighted even this year by the fact that you look at the Republican National Committee, which has raised well over $100 million. There is much support amongst the base, amongst our donors, small dollar donors in particular, versus where you see the Democratic Party is right now, where they continue to struggle to raise money. And Donna's book kind of highlights that in all those years where the Clintons you thought was building this great political machine, and to Al's credit, the loyalists are going to go over the cliff all the way to the bottom with the Clintons. but the machine that the Democratic Party claims they have, we're seeing again, and Donna Brazile's talking about it, isn't really there.
So,
all right. Al, I'll give you the last 30 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
real
all
quick.
you.
Dave's correct on the funding. The DNC had no money. They were $25 million in debt, and that was Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and it was also on President Obama. And so, yes, the DNC had no money to wage war in the campaign, and they entered it into an agreement, and they offered it to both Democratic campaigns. One of them took it.
All right, and on the final note, I will say that we've seen a lot of Tom Perez this morning. Not only did he release memo yesterday, but he also was on the political shows this morning. He was saying that he certainly wants to make the 2020 nomination process unquestionably fair as possible. So they're doing everything they can as damage control. So we'll see how it works out. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. Al, David, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.